Hello, hello. I'm super excited because we get to talk about time today. Um, and I know that that's one of the biggest stressors in life, right? It's like that's one of the things we feel like we never have enough of. We live in this mindset of lack, time and money. We'd be the richest people in the world if we had all the time and the money, right? That's what we think. So let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen because I put together a presentation. I'm hoping to only take about 15 minutes of your time to talk about time today. So let me share my screen. We're getting down and dirty. Now I'm going to show you 5 ways to add more time to your day starting now. These are things you can implement right now. So yeah, like I said, one of the biggest complaints is lack of time. But actually the truth is, guys, there's a lot of time. The problem isn't lack of time, it's the misuse of time and how you think about time. So let's get into it. 5 ways to add more time to your day. Number 1 is get real about your time. The first step to change is awareness. Before you can find or create time, you have to be honest with yourself about where you're spending time. How long are you actually spending scrolling through social media or shopping on Amazon? Or you get down a rabbit hole, right? And the next thing you know, you're watching YouTube videos about birds or something crazy. Or you get sucked into a Pinterest spiral, right? I was always a sucker for that one. Or maybe you're just running around like a chicken with your head cut off, panicking about time and not getting anything done. Had those days too. Or are you a true Netflix junkie? Or Hulu, or fill in the blank, right? And once you start a series, you are dead weight for like 4 hours at least, right? You got to make it. It's like you're addicted. You're sucked in, and that time just goes by so fast. You really have to be aware. How are you actually spending the time of your day, right? So make a commitment to keep a log for 1 week. Some of you, it may only take 1 day for this awareness to come to you. Every day, list what you're doing and how much time you spend on it. And it's going to really give you a good perspective on what you're actually doing throughout your day. Number 2, plan your week. It's all in the planning, right? You can do so much more in less time with these tips. Every Sunday, I sit down and I look at my week ahead. So I have an awareness of everything planned for that week. Of course, things are going to come up, but I have a pretty good idea of what that week looks like. This allows me to get a foundation for the week and feel like I have some control, right? Get that control. Then I create my 3 big goals for the week. Then underneath that, I list what I need to do to get those goals done. For example, clean the house. Clean the house. Now, of course, this is a simple, I don't think anyone really needs to put clean their house and list how on the to-do list, but you get the idea. One of my big goals is to clean the house. So I'm going to dust, I'm going to sweep and mop, and I'm going to do laundry. Those are the things needed in order for me to accomplish the goal, clean the house. Okay, you get the idea? Number 3, plan your day the night before. Once you've planned your week, take your action items like the dust, mop, sweep from your 3 weekly goals and make 2 lists for the next day from your dust mop sweep. I want you to make 2 lists for the day. If you do it the night before, you already have it in your head. You're already visualizing what you're going to get done the next day. If you write it down, I guarantee you that it will come to fruition versus waking up in the morning and allowing the day to control you. When you make the 2 lists for the day, one is the VIT. That is very important things. And your other one is it can wait list. On your VIT, very important things. On your VIT, list out 3 things. And then on your it can wait list, push it aside, hide it until you get your VIT list done. This is imperative, guys. Those 3 VITs are the most important things, and that's what you're going to focus on the next morning. And then those cute little frogs are there because I want you to eat the frog. If you haven't heard that, anyone ever say that before? What it means is do the thing that you dread most first. The one thing that you're most apprehensive about doing, because I guarantee you, you will drag your feet, you will drag out that time. If you get your VITs done first, then the it can wait lists can come, but only until when you get your first 3 things done. Then at the end of the week, look at your goals and see what you've accomplished. This brings self-confidence. It increases your self-confidence and it increases your self-trust. If you had a rough week and you didn't get what you wanted done, try 2 goals or even 1 goal. Then the next week, and make sure that you forgive yourself because there's no right or wrong here. All right. It's what happened and that it's what you're going to do about what happened that matters. If this is new to you, it can be difficult. Anything new is difficult, but I guarantee you, if you get in this habit, it will rewire your mind and it will become as easy as brushing your teeth. This gives you control and it allows you to do more in less time. You would be surprised at how much free time that you're going to have if you do this method. All right. Another thing I can tell you about this is create blocks of time to do these things and focus on only one thing at a time. Multitasking will not serve you. At the end of the day, you won't get anything done. All right. How many times have we wandered around the house? You got the socks folded, you swept the kitchen, and you filled up your mop bucket of soapy water. All over the place, right? But what did you get done? Because you probably tracked the dirt from the living room back into the kitchen because you only swept the kitchen. And maybe you got all your socks, I don't know. But you get the picture. If you look at the dirty house as a whole, you will get overwhelmed and nothing will get done. Focus on one room at a time. Another way to do this is to set a timer for 45 minutes. Focus on one thing only. Turn your phone to vibrate, stay off social media, and delay interruptions until you're finished. You can get so much more done and free up so much more time. And not only that, but since you knew that block of time was productive and you got these things done, you can actually be fully present with your family later. The guilt is no longer there. You feel accomplished at the end of your day. You're at ease. You don't have so much overwhelm. You have control. See where this is going here? It all works out so much better. Number 4, watch your words. Watch your words. Most of the time when people ask us how we are, good, busy, huh, or we're always saying, I don't have time for that. No, I don't have time for that. Catch yourself the next time you say these things. I'm serious. Think about it. Next time you say busy, I want you to stop. Realize how much you actually say it. Because what we focus on, we create more of. If all you ever say is, I don't have time or I'm too busy, you will convince yourself of this and you'll never shift your mindset about time. You will remain on the hamster wheel of panic and anxiety. There is no time. I have no time. Because this is what you tell yourself every day. Instead, and it may sound silly at first, but the more you say it, I guarantee you, the more it will become a reality for you. I have more than enough time. I am in control of how I spend my time. Change your words. That leads me to 5. It's all you, sister. Take responsibility for your life. What you do with your time is ultimately up to you and only you. You have the choice of what you do with your time. At the end of the day, it comes down to you. Figure out what your priorities are and then make the time. See, I don't have the time is an excuse. I'm calling it out. You don't know me by now. I'm a little frank. I say this with all the love though, but I'm never going to give it to you the wrong way. I'm very transparent. And that's one of the things. I don't have time is an excuse. What you're really saying is, I refuse to make that a priority. If you say yes to everyone who asks you to do something, then you are giving away your time. The more you get clear about your priorities and take care of you, life will become so much more enjoyable. The belief that taking time off will cause your entire life to collapse is not only unhealthy, but it's actually arrogant. Hear me out. The world will go on without you for that short period of time that you invest in yourself. I promise. Try it. If you don't take time off, your body will eventually put its foot down and make you sick. And then you have that stress. And then how much more time is wasted because you're down and you're sick. And then there's recovery time. If you actually invest in yourself and do self-care and have that downtime and that stress relief, you are saving time. Make time for you, and I guarantee everyone around you will benefit. It's selfish not to take the time for self-care. So I leave you with this question. Who or what are you letting control your life? Who or what are you letting control your life? Who or what are you letting control your time? Who controls your time? You are ultimately the controller of your time. It's time to get back in the driver's seat, ladies, and take control. If this is something that you really struggle with, you really struggle with this concept and you're very overwhelmed, send me a message, send me a personal message, and let's talk. Let's talk through it. All right, I hope you'll have a great day. Thanks.